Okay, so this is what I want for the next part of the geometric vessel. Okay, so you should have 3 asymmetrical. What is asymmetrical? Remember, it's like a mirror. It's the same on both sides. And you should have 3 asymmetrical drawings of a vessel. And what is asymmetrical? That it's not the same on both sides, but yet it's balanced. Balanced on a vessel means this is not going to tip over. It can still sit. I also wanted to see the top hole of the vessel because, you know, it is a vessel and it has a base. Now, one of the things you're going to need to do is, out of your 3 drawings of each, 3 of this one, 3 of this one, those of you that are done, just select one of the 3, starting with the symmetrical. Select one of the 3 on the symmetrical specifically that you like and are going to commit yourself to construct out of cardboard, and then take that construction out of cardboard, disassemble it, and cut out the templates out of clay, and then reassemble or construct this same vessel in clay slab. But first we're going to use cardboard for that. This cardboard, and I have obtained a lot of very thin sheets of cardboard that can easily be cut out with scissors. Very easy. So we are not going to need X-Acto blades and metal rulers to be cutting on self-healing pads or on the table. We can draw it with a ruler, your ruler, on the cardboard, and you're going to cut out the templates. Now, templates. What does that look like? Let's just take this guy for instance. You're going to choose that drawing that you like. That symmetrical drawing. Start with the symmetrical because it's the most easiest. Start with the symmetrical because it's the most easiest. Start with that and think about this. What is that base? Here I have 1, 2, 3, and I can imagine that there's 3 more on the other side. So that's going to be, what's a 6-sided polyhedron called? Hexagon. That is correct. Hexagon. Correct. So now I'm going to decide how big is this hexagon. So on a sheet of paper, I want you to practice how you would draw the template. You're probably going to draw it much larger on your 16 by 16 piece of cardboard. Much larger. But I need to see that you understand the idea of a template. So right here, you are going to draw that template. So you're going to say, okay, I'm going to do 16 by 16. So I'm going to have a hexagon. So the hexagon is going to be one template that I'm going to cut out. Then I'm looking at this shape. What is this shape? Upside down trapezoid. So you're going to say, okay, and then I'm going to have to do a trapezoid right here. So my template, it's going to be larger than this, but this is just my working template, just so I can see what I am doing here. Right? Then I have another trapezoid and another trapezoid. So it's basically 3 trapezoids. But what I'm doing here with this template is that I am aligning it with this hexagon. And I'm imagining that my hexagon is perfect. You do need to do a perfect hexagon, and later I can show you how to do that with a compass. Okay? You may know how to do it from math class, geometry class. You can also YouTube a video on how to draw a perfect hexagon. You should be able to learn how to do that. Now the next thing, so that one's taken care of. Now I'm going to do this one, then this one. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to say, okay, and then I'm going to go like this. And then now I'm going to do the long top. Now, I'm going to run out of paper here, but let's just suppose I did it this way. On my cardboard, I'll make it longer. All right. Now, what I've established with the symmetrical template, because I have a base, and then I have one wall. This wall. This wall will duplicate and be assembled here, 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 and here. If it goes out, that means my vessel is going to open up. When it goes in, right over here, that means my vessel will then close in. So that's what's happening here. It's going to open out, then close in, then open out. The most critical thing about my template are these sections. They must match. They must match here to here. This is how we put it together. This, for the symmetry, you will be able to use the full sheet. The full sheet of 16 by 16. So let's imagine this is your 16 by 16 square sheet. Okay, you are going to then imagine like, okay, I'm going to do my hexagon over here. Okay, and then I'm going to have this piece, the template's going to go out like that, and then like this, and then I'm going to have this large piece coming out there, and I'm going to cut that out. What are we going to do with this? Save it. Save this piece of cardboard, because you're going to use that for constructing your asymmetrical piece. And your asymmetrical piece, it's not going to be that clean cut like this. This one, you probably are going to have to just wing it, you know, by feeling it and constructing it and looking at it. Alright, so this may not use a template as much. So this you're going to have, for instance, here I have some you know, some kind of oddly shaped squares with some triangles, acute triangles, maybe an obtuse triangles in certain locations. So I'm going to use the other 16 by 16, right, because I'm going to only have 2 sheets per person. So I'm going to use the other one to cut out different shapes, how it is, what have you. And these shapes, with maybe some spare shapes in here, is what I'm going to use to construct the asymmetrical. Okay? So I hope this makes it pretty clear. If you're running out of space with the symmetrical, yes, use this extra space around here. But everybody's going to get only 2 sheets of 16 by 16. And you need to use it wisely. And you need to write your name on these 2 sheets, so that when we store them, they are your 2 sheets. And you need to use your ruler. And you need to make that, if you're using a triangle or a hexagon or a square, make it a square. Do not make a parallelogram. You know, you're trying to draw a square and then you show me this as your square. That's not a square. That's a parallelogram. Or you're like, yeah, it's a square base, but then you show me this. That's not a square. That's kind of some, you know, almost trapezoid. So be exact with the base on your template. Okay, so that's what you're doing. So again, those of you that are ready to go, start drawing on a piece of paper in your sketchbook the template. And then once that's done, then I can give you one sheet of the 16-inch by 16-inch cardboard. I'll give you another sheet later, but just one sheet for now, so that when the other one doesn't get damaged. And you're going to write your name, and you're going to start drawing on it. And then when you're ready to go, before you cut with scissors, I want you to show it to me, because if you do on your 16 by 16 and you do a little thing like this, I'm going to say, I'm sorry, that's way too small. You need to make it a little bit larger. The construction after you cut out your cardboard, I'll explain it later, where we're going to use adhesive paper tape. Adhesive paper tape. It's an amazing thing. Okay? All right.